flat, flat. I'm going to use your hand as like a little table, a bit lower. Okay. So these three stumps, right? These three tree stumps, you'll see that they are actually blank. Alright? So there's nothing on the other side. So that's one blank one, and then the other two are blank as well. Right? The idea is if you take the blank one and you give it a little shake, something cute appears. It's a ladybug. The thing about ladybugs is if you can find one, you will be able to find two. Right? You can find two, you can find three. But ladybugs also don't last very long, because you see they will actually fly away when you least expect it. But it's very good luck if the ladybug actually comes back. Right? So I tell you, why don't you take your hand very slowly, wave your hand over this part of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Tan Chats, my magic and mostly mentalism review show. My name is Nick Tan, and on today's episode, I'll be chatting with you guys about Lucky Ladybug by Joshua Ray, released at Deuce Gala. So I began this video with a little quick performance, of Lucky Ladybug, okay? And well, the routine that I performed isn't exactly the routine that is taught by Joshua Ray. I probably overcomplicated things. I kind of added in, certain card moves and stuff just to make it, a little bit more visual in terms of the card magic aspect of the routine. But you don't really need to, okay? In fact, the routine itself is really, really simple to perform, and you don't really have to add in, anything else that is like fancy. So the effect again, really briefly, is you have a spectator hold out their hand palm up, just like this, and then you display three cards which have three wooden logs printed on them. Okay, and on the reverse of those cards, you will have three cute ladybugs that are also printed on the cards. One of these cards is then placed, well, ladybug side down, okay, on the spectator's palm. A second later, that card is turned face up. It is seen that the ladybug has vanished. The card is now blank. And then the spectator discovers a ladybug has appeared, okay, on the back of their hand. So, well, obviously, over the years, if you've had, any experience performing close-up magic, some other effects of this nature come to mind, one of which is The Web by Jim Pace. And I bought The Web like a long time ago. I think when it first came out onto the market. This was like really years ago. I've got no idea when it was first released. And so, I practiced The Web. It wasn't difficult. I think it was quite easy to get down, all right? I think the most difficult part of that routine was, that element of the routine, right? So I had it ready, I prepared myself, and I ended up not doing that routine a single time, not even once, even until today. And I think the reason is, well, while it is a really, strong, I don't know if you can use the word strong, it's a shocking piece of business. I'm not even sure if you can call it magic, after the kind of, experience that you put the spectator through, It's not the kind of experience I want to leave with a spectator. As a beginning magician, as a performer, you would probably perform this for family and friends, first of all. And, because they are your family and your friends, I don't know about you, but for me, I don't want to give them this kind of a, shock kind of an experience, It's just not my thing. And then if you don't perform for family and friends, if you were to perform for strangers, for example, at like a paid gig, again, it is not the kind of routine that I want to be performing. I just want to create a nice, comfortable, pleasant experience, for people with my magic. And really the last thing I want to have happen is someone just getting really shocked and potentially getting quite upset with me as well. I also picked up another version of this that was, I think it's called the Boris, My Pet Spider Boris or something like that. It's an app by Ian Pigeon, I believe. That was a version where you just used your phone, right? Your mobile device. You had no need for cards of any kind. you would take a photograph of the spectator's palm, you would place your phone on the back, on their palm itself, and then, some animation will happen, a spider will come up, and it goes through the whole thing, right? The spider goes away, you ask them to wave their hand over the phone, and you have your shocking moment, right? So yeah, I got that, but again, I just couldn't bring myself to perform it for anyone. But Lucky Ladybug, I can see myself doing. It's a gentler version of this kind of effect, I don't think you're going to get shock value from this particular production of a ladybug, on the back of someone's hand. I've performed this 3 times to this date, and well, it's never gotten a reaction whereby, they go, just really scared and, trying to hit it off and stuff like that. It's always been, when they wave over, they go like, whoa, they see this little thing there, and, it's not a visually alarming sight, I think, because a spider, well, it has that image, right? That image is always used in like, scary movies and in Halloween and things like that. So I think the image of a spider has been ingrained into our psyche, for us to recognize that is a dangerous shape and we've got to get rid of it, right? But for the ladybug, it's just round, it's small, and so I don't think it will like scare or shock anyone at all. So what do you get when you purchase Lucky Ladybug? Well, it will come in this package, okay? There's a small little packet like that. Inside this packet, you will receive 3 cards, okay? 3 cards which are actually made of plastic. And on them, you will have the ladybugs, okay, that are printed on them. They look great. They won't like wear out or anything, even with regular use. I think if you just look after them, they should really just last you a lifetime. In addition to the cards, all right, you will also receive a packet, okay, of ladybugs. Okay, now there are a couple of ways for you to purchase Lucky Ladybug. Okay, so there's like a standard set, which I believe contains 20 of these wooden ladybugs, okay, so 20 of them, and I believe that set is going for like $20 or so. You can have another way to purchase this. I believe it's called the Workers set. It's like the Workers edition. That one comes with, I think, 70. Okay, 70 of these ladybugs, and that is going for like, I don't know, $4 more, $24, I believe. In addition to that, okay, you can also just buy refills. Okay, so I think they're like selling packets of 50 or so for like $5 or something like that. It's not expensive at all. This is a close-up of the ladybug. Okay, I hope the camera can focus. Okay, on that, that's a ladybug. I believe they are hand painted. Okay, and they are made of wood. Along with that, you have the stuff, okay, to make it work. So along with the physical props themselves, you will also get access to all the tutorial videos at Deuce Gala. Now, I was quite impressed actually by the amount of detail Deuce Gala has put into the explanation for this particular routine, because, well, technically it's a really simple routine to perform. I mean, the bits with the card magic, okay, the card magic phase at the start of the routine is really just, I don't know, really simple. It's basic stuff. I don't think, if you're a performer, you will have any problems performing any of the moves, all right? I think there's just like one move, that you will require to bring about the vanish of the ladybug on the card. And if you're an advanced, magician, card handler, I'm sure you can come up with other ways of achieving the same ends, So I think that phase, the first phase of the routine, where you display the 3 ladybugs and 1 vanishes, that phase is just open to so much interpretation. You can just really do anything. You can have the ladybug visually appear, they can visually vanish, jump from card to card, whatever, all right? And then at the end, you just have that 1 card on the hand and you turn it over and it's gone. And then you go into the phase where, they wave their hands over the cards and they discover the ladybug on the back of their hand. The most difficult part, I suppose, that would probably get people anxious or nervous is probably, that aspect of the routine. And it really isn't difficult. It's so early, in the routine, and it's happening in a kind of like, you're like repositioning the spectator, to get them into the right position, have their hand higher or lower. And it just happens in a series of natural actions like this. So it's not going to be difficult at all. If you are able to guide a spectator to stand in the right position, the work will be done at that time. It's really not difficult. But yes, coming back to the tutorial, right, I mentioned, right, that Joshua Ray and Buck Bowen really went into a lot of detail for what is technically a really simple trick to perform. So they really want to ensure that you have all the information you need. There are also live performance clips as well for you to look at, and he teaches every aspect of the routine, right? From the handling of the cards, from the handling of the ladybugs. There will also be another performance video with commentary behind, by Joshua Ray. There will also be a different set, of performance videos and commentary from Buck Bowen as well. And yeah, it's really comprehensive. So in terms of practicality, carrying this routine around, I don't think it's going to be difficult, because, well, the ladybugs, there is a way that is taught as well, all right, to kind of prep the routine so that you're ready to go again and again and again, all right, just depending on how many you wish to prepare. So it's not going to be difficult to bring the effects around. I think the only tricky aspect of this, if you were to go into this from other routines that you're doing already, is to, let's say, procure the ladybug, okay, in the right position, okay, for you to, begin the routine, okay? And but again, that is easily settled, I think, because it's happening in between routines, so in that offbeat moment, when you're like just keeping your stuff, keeping your cards and your coins and stuff, and just chatting with people, the work can happen then, all right? It's an invisible moment, it's an offbeat. It happens then, and once you're ready, then you can just kind of like an afterthought, right? Just come, you know what, let me just try one more thing with you. And then you go into it, once you have the ladybug prepared. But all in, I think this is a cute little routine, and I think with the right patter, it can be quite a nice little effect, for people, right? I think the experience of them discovering the ladybug on the back of their hand is always nice. And in magic, especially for me, I enjoy like things or effects where a spectator discovers something for themselves. Timon Kraus spoke about this as well, as to what makes magic memorable, right? And one of the points that he covered was that of a moment of realization. Okay, and any routine that you can perform and it has a moment of realization for a spectator, it's going to be something that they will remember. So in this case, you tell them to wave their hand over the cards and they say, oh, okay, and they do that, and then once they realize the ladybug on the back, that creates a nice moment that will sit with them for a long time. So in terms of like mentalism, right, in my show, right, on stage, if you were to perform something like, cryptext, right, where the numbers and the word comes into view, the moment of realization is when you're holding the numbers and then you just slowly turn the board around and then people just kind of realize it for themselves, so that is the kind of thing I'm talking about, a card under box, for example, when they just realize that the card is there. So I like magic like that, and Lucky Ladybug does create that sort of moment, right? And in a pleasant way as well, as opposed to something that has just an unpleasant shock value. So if you'd like to pick up a copy of Lucky Ladybug for yourself, okay, I have good news for you. So Buck Bowen over at Deuce Gala has very kindly given me a promo code for my viewers on this channel to use if you are going to be purchasing Lucky Ladybug. So here's what you do. When you purchase Lucky Ladybug over at Deuce Gala, please use this promo code, okay? It's literally just NTDGLB. Okay, and it stands for Nick Tan Deuce Gala Ladybug. Okay, so use this promo code, and this promo code will knock off 5% for you on your order of Lucky Ladybug, and it will also give you an additional 20 free ladybugs. Okay, so if you see yourself performing this quite a bit, do make use of this promo code. I believe it will be active only until just after the mid of November or so. So if you'd like to stock up on ladybugs, do take advantage of this promo code right now. Alright guys, so that's all I have for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, got something out of it as well. I'd like to thank Buck Bowen over at Deuce Gala for sending over a copy of Lucky Ladybug for me so that I can learn it and chat about it with you guys on this show. So till the next episode guys, do stay safe, take care of yourselves, have fun with your magic and your mentalism, and I'll see you on the next episode of Nique Chats.